Aging is such a gift.
Yes.
It is such a gift. So many people do not get to experience aging in their life.
Yes.
What an amazing gift that we get to grow old and see life.
I love that. I do still get the Botox once a year.
Between the Lines with Allison Allwine. Very sharp. Exclusive.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Between the Lines. I am your host, Allison Allwine, and this week's guest is singer, dancer, actor, and Cabaret Superstar Season 3 winner, Reagan Danel Ogle. All right, let's dig right in. You've got a cute one that is very apropos to you and your whole journey as a cruise ship performer.
Yeah.
I've just got something simple. It's what I do. Let's start with cruise ships.
Yeah.
You are a cruise ship baby.
Yeah.
You've had 3 that I found on your Instagram.
Yes.
With Disney Cruise Lines. If you know, you know. You've done Cruella de Vil, Mary Poppins, and Elsa. Most recently, Elsa.
Yes.
That is sick.
And a few more, but I didn't post all of them.
Who needs to?
I know.
Tell me about how, what was that whole audition process like for you with Disney? How did you get on board and what keeps you coming back?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I grew up, Disney was something really important to me in my childhood. My family and I went every single year, so it's really emotional, the connection for me and my family.
Aww.
And I ended up doing Disney college program in college. Yes.
I didn't even know they had one.
Yes, they do. And I worked in the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Oh my god, stop.
It was the best job I've ever had. I'll say that to this day. 10, I would do that in a heartbeat. I'd give up everything and go back to that job.
I feel like that would be a perfect fit for you, because those of you at home that don't know, you're talking to a country girl here, and the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is about glamour, baby. And I've never known a country girl that doesn't know how to turn up the glamour dial.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So I did the college program, but I wasn't performing, and so I felt like whenever I had graduated college from Elon University, class of 2018, I just really wanted the opportunity to go back and perform for one of the best entertainment companies in the world. And so
Truly.
I auditioned in New York and was cast at that audition. It was crazy. And then I started, so that was 2018, and then I started my contract in February 2019.
That's amazing.
And I got off the boat in December 12th of 2019, and then the pandemic hit 3 months later.
Son of a gun.
It was awesome.
Did you end up spending COVID quarantine in Kansas City, right? Is where you're from? Or did you stay here in the city?
So I was here when it hit, and then I went and flew to my parents in New Orleans, not knowing it was a hot spot at the time. They were just there on vacation. And then we drove back up to Kansas City, and I wrote it out with them because I hadn't lived at home since I was in high school.
Yeah.
I'm like, what was I doing here?
Well, it was scary times too, especially if you have older parents. It was like it was just such a scary time.
And I was so close to my family, so I wanted to be with them no matter what.
Well, and it's nice too because I don't know where in Kansas City you live, but I was in LA at the time, and I had to go home to Fresno for an outpatient surgery. And so I got to stay with my family there, and it's a lot more open space. Yeah. So it didn't feel so claustrophobic and so depressing, and like you had a backyard that you could be in. You know what I mean? It felt like...
Yeah, New York was such a hot spot, and you couldn't, going outside was such a risk at the time. And so I'm going to, because I'm from Kearney, Missouri, which is about 30 minutes north of Kansas City. So we were like in farmlands. Like we had acres and acres, and I could just go outside and be with my dog, and I could walk to my grandparents' house.
That's nice.
We would like sit outside, socially distanced, and just be like, hey,
hi, I love you. Long distance hug. When everything opened back up, did you go looking for Disney right away, or did they come looking for you to come back out on ships?
Yeah, at that time I thought I was done with Disney. Like I was I saved up a bunch of money, which all went away in the pandemic because didn't have any income.
Working. Hey.
And then I came back to New York. I was living here and working at Lululemon, and my best friend Maddie and I met on the first contract that I did, and she got an offer to go back. And so I had my agents at the time reach out to them and say I was interested, and they were like, we're honoring everyone's contracts since before the pandemic, which was true of everybody in performing. And I didn't have anything lined up before, so I didn't have anything to look forward to. And then I was like literally on my way to work on the subway, and like boom, in my email it was like, do you want to come back as a swing and relaunch a boat and like I'd never been a swing before. I really hadn't necessarily like dreamed of like being a swing, but like who does? You just like either like born for it or not.
Yeah.
You have the brain for it or you don't.
I think you don't know until you do it. Yeah. I personally love it. I love the like adrenaline rush of firing on all cylinders and being on my toes.
Yeah, and you get to see the show from a different point of view every single time you do it.
Yeah.
And I had never seen a show from every single corner of the stage, and then it gave me this perspective of performing of how much it takes for a show to come together and happen on a daily basis. And then I was part of that wheel. It was awesome.
How many roles were you swinging?
You're
like 733.
21. 21 tracks across
Are you
3
serious?
different shows. Yeah. 21 tracks across 3 different shows. And that was including like all dancer roles, all like there were lead roles in there too. Like I was covering everything.
I would go apoplectic looking at your binders.
Yeah. And I didn't know how to do that. Like, people have like a method, and at that time I was like, well, I don't know, I'll just get there and figure it out.
Yeah.
And I still don't know if I organize it the way that's like the best way to ever do it, but it worked for me.
Hey, look, whatever gets the job done, it's your book at the end of the day, as long as you can read your writing.
Yeah, I just like went neurotic for a few months. I was like stuck on a boat for 5 months, and I did nothing but practice all the time. And it just taught me so much though, and I loved it. I'm so glad I got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just taught me so much.
That's amazing. So that whole contract was swing work, and then
that whole contract was swing work. And then while I was on board, they offered me to come back 2 months later and play Elsa full time. Which was like, how do you say no? Well, how do you say no?
Look at the goods. Like, this is an Elsa. That's an Elsa. You know what I mean? An Elsa or a princess.
Like, oh my God.
Well, I guess she is a
nice
princess, but like,
yeah. Well,
a face character princess. It's a look. If you haven't auditioned for Disney before, it's intense. Don't think you can fudge it and be like, I'm 5'6", but like I'm like 5'7".
Mm-mm.
No, ma'am. They'll line you up on a wall.
Yeah.
In front of a ruler.
Yeah. And they will take like to the centimeter where you are in your height, and they will, especially if you're a face character, they'll look at like what color your eyes, how far apart are they on your face, what's your nose shape, are your teeth straight, like tattoos.
Everything.
Like they've gotten more flexible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is the most out of your hands audition ever. And like I was main stage, so I wasn't like that strict.
People, yeah.
But Disney is just one of those places where you show up and you audition, and if you get it, it is kind of like a stroke of luck.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like they do typing, right? Which is something that a lot of people have feelings about. I, for one, like it in certain situations. Just tell me now I'm not what you're looking for, and I'll move on with my day.
Yeah.
I was never going to work at Disney because I'm 5'2", incredibly curvy, and I don't have, big doe eyes. Like, I
have big doe eyes.
Well, okay, I'll take that. But, like, you're not strapping these titties down. There's nothing for a 5'2" girl. Mm-hmm. Maybe Tinkerbell now, but that wasn't around once. But, like, just don't, I won't waste my time, I'll move on. And then you can kind of set that free and be like, all right. Yeah. I'm either for you or I'm not. But then once you're in until something majorly changes about you.
Yes. And, like, that was the thing is I had gone to auditions, like, at the parks for face character roles and had never gotten anything before.
The parks are hard because they're so close to you.
They're so strategic, too.
Yeah.
It was, and, like, you never know why you never get a job.
Sure.
I still don't know. But, like, so whenever I did get an opportunity to go back for Disney, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's the best job ever.
Okay. Of the 3 roles, the big 3 that I named, so the Cruella, Mary Poppins, and Elsa, if you had to pick a favorite, I know it's like choosing a favorite child, and who could ever?
Yeah.
But what would you pick? Especially given one of them is a villain, and I always think that's more fun.
So I understudied Cruella. My best friend Maddie played it full time.
Oh.
Yes. And so basically when we were on board, they had, for some reason on the contract that I was on, we had a 9-person bump of understudies. So if this person went out, 9 of us shifted into different roles.
Oh my God.
It was awful. I think they're pretty good about not doing that anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy when you could just have one person jump into that and leave everybody else where they are.
Yes. And so we also have this thing on board where if something happens to you medically and they feel like they can't give you adequate care, you get medically debarked.
Yes.
And so that's what happened is someone very early on in the contract got medically debarked, and I took over so many roles full time that weren't originally mine.
Oh.
Yes. So, but then it was hard because if another person called out, like, you were double tracking, split tracking. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. But I think Cruella was the most fun.
Sure.
My best friend Maddie's slayed it out of the park sometimes better than I did, but I loved getting to like step into her shoes just for a little bit.
Do you get to improv a little bit with that role?
Yeah, yeah, and it's different. Like the Cruella interpretation on different ships is different. The costumes are different.
Oh.
I don't know why it's like that.
Interesting.
But yeah, so it was. You would just kind of imagine you just like dragged a long cigarette before you went on stage, and that you would just like eat children, like you know. But that was the most fun because it was so unhinged. And these big hips and like big hair and like these gloves that had fake nails attached to it, so you were literally like,
I am.
It was crazy.
Obsessed. Okay, so it sounds like you've gotten to tackle some dream roles of sorts within the Disney universe, shall we say?
Yes. Oh yes.
What would be a dream role for you on the Broadway?
On the Broadway. Gosh.
Because you're young. There's time. You can go get all of them.
Yeah. I think I'm so young right now. I think I'd love to play Mother in Ragtime one day. But I think right now I'd be more of an Evelyn Nesbit. And I just saw it on Broadway today. It was so good.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I haven't seen it yet. But I've heard nothing but good things about everybody. Everybody is obsessed with this remount. I can't hear enough good things about it.
Oh, it's so Casey Levy is so good. Did you see her Next to Normal?
No. The UK one.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Oh my god.
I think my friend Jackie and I watched it, and we just sat there on the couch with our jaws unhinged the whole time. We were like, "Are you watching the same thing I'm watching? She's incredible."
The part where she finds the box with Gabe's
in the kitchen.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have kids, and I was like, I was so undone, and I'm like, she's just, her handling of heavy emotions is so beautifully and artistically done.
And so human, too.
Yes.
There was something she brought about it that just was so relatable. You're like, oh, anyone could this could happen to them because of what happens to this character. Ugh. And it just felt,
she provides an invitation. She provides an invitation to go into your own emotions and experience them in a way that feels like safe and manageable.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of the mark of a really good performer. Okay, so Mother, that's a good one. That's a solid one.
One day. Yeah, and I would love to do Schmigadoon, but I don't remember the girl's name. The country.
Yes. I don't remember her name either. Yes. Yeah. Oh my god. If you haven't seen that show, please go.
Mackenzie Kurtz is so talented and gorgeous. Oh my god.
It's unfair. It reminds me, I felt leaving that one the same way I felt leaving Shucked, where I was like, this is just a good fucking time at the theater. It's so
maybe
fun.
it's like my Disney background, but I just, anything that's like fun and enjoyable and makes the audience leave like in a better mood than when they came in.
Yes.
It's just something I really enjoy doing.
Well, and that Schmigadoon is unafraid to make fun of itself. Like, it's taking the piss the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just
taking the piss.
It's just a good time at the theater, and the amount of Easter eggs for classic musical theater bits and jokes is like off the charts.
So so funny.
I love that.
And then maybe like Death Becomes Her when I get older.
Yeah,
I just turned 30, and now I'm like, oh, I'm leaving the world. Nah, really. But I'm leaving the world of like, you know,
ingenue. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the aging into certain things, but like not quite yet aging, and I feel like I'm in this in between stage of growing up and growing into your body.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting.
Well, the nice thing is
it's so different.
You're tall, and so that helps.
I'm 5'6", so I am average, but I'm in the theater world.
And it's theater world tall. Yeah, which is super helpful because a taller person just reads as a grown-up more than a baby.
Well, and like I come from a dance background. My mom always says yes, always like this.
Yeah.
So
there's like a maturity about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have
Like
parents
dancer
anymore pinching us to stand up straight.
Yeah.
We don't have that anymore.
It's just ingrained in my subconscious.
Yeah, just like I had a really old Russian ballet teacher when I was a kid. So I was constantly getting poked in the back to stand up straight.
Wow. Did they use a stick or did they use?
She used a stick to keep time, like da, 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 da. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she'd go around and do corrections. Sometimes she'd use her stick, but if your shoulders weren't up, she would poke you right between your shoulder blades and you'd stand up so fast.
My ballet teacher would call it earrings. Like, she'd be like, you're wearing the longest earrings.
Oh.
And you have to show them off to everybody.
Ooh, see, that would have gotten me.
Yeah, Joni Hall.
I would have been a glamour queen about it. I would have been like, yeah. Let's talk about how I came to know you.
Yes.
Cabaret superstar. So you endured an intense 4 weeks and came out on top. Your 10-minute set was so fun.
Thank you.
It was very lighthearted. I got a very clear sense of who you are and what you're about and what your interests are. So tell me, what was your favorite week? Because each week has a theme.
Mm-hmm.
So the first week was kind of getting to know you. You pick a song that is...
Yeah, like an intro song.
Yeah, very much. And what did you do for that one?
So that one I did It Roars from Mean Girls. Another dream
Such a
roles that I
great
also
show.
feel like, oh my god, am I getting too old for this?
I don't think so.
I feel like I can still do it.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So put her in it now, y'all. Don't miss your opportunity.
Well,
Don't make her wait to be the Miss Norbury, Miss George track. Don't do that.
Also fabulous. Would do both. Yeah, so for that one I did It Roars from Mean Girls. And I had this moment with Adam, who is the music director and also performed with us.
Adam Magnacca, we love.
So good, so talented. He's actually an insane human. And I'm getting some gummy bears.
Oh my god.
We had our first
It's a brand new
rehearsal.
bag of gummy bears, so
Oh my
please
God.
enjoy.
Fresh. We had a rehearsal 2 days before the first show. And I was like, oh, I'll just go up there and I'll sing the song and I'll be done. Because that's how most cabarets feel in New York, is you just walk up there, you sing your song, and then you leave.
Yep. Get the fuck off, because we got 15 people behind you.
Yeah. And when I got there, he was like, well, you should change the lyrics a little bit. And this is 2 days before.
I thought you just got sassy and were like, let me make it up.
Mm-mm. He was the one that was like, because I'm, spoiler alert, moving to London with my man, which we can come back to.
Bam, 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 bam. All right.
And so he was like, why don't you sing about the fact that you're moving to London? And I said, well, I guess, in this song, Katie is going from being in Africa to moving to the U.S. And so I took it, and I only had 2 days, so I didn't try to rewrite everything.
Yeah.
I think if I do it in my solo show, I will like really take everything apart.
I gotta say though, what you did with it in 2 days is sick.
Well, I was
like
drilling the words. I was like, don't forget the words. But then if you forget the words,
whatever. It's your cabaret. You do what you want.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So then I wrote it about like moving to London and about like jokingly getting there and being so excited and then feeling like you're a little out of place, but then you're so determined anyway.
Yeah.
And it just worked really well. And I think like that first week of Cabaret Superstar really unlocked something in me where I said, oh, there's no rules.
Yes.
It doesn't fucking matter.
No.
I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. I can like sing whatever I want. I can talk to the audience. I can bring up props. And then it just like the floodgates burst. And then you really feel it by the end of the cabaret.
Yes. That was my favorite. There were a lot of things that I gained from participating in Cabaret Superstar, but that is definitely top of the list. And I know I covered it with Alex when he was here, but getting a sense of how I fit into the landscape of theater and what I do well and what is received well by audiences. And then I was able to get very clear on even the things I have in my rep book. I'm like, oh, I should lean into this more. It works better for me. I feel more comfortable doing it. Audiences love it. So if you have a chance to do Cabaret Superstar, submit.
It's the best. I had the time of my life. And it was so great because also in a cabaret setting, you show up, you meet everyone that day, you sing and you go home. But this was like, I got to see the same people week after week after week after week. And we got to make really deep friendships. And now we all follow each other on Instagram and we go see each other's shows and like, hopefully they'll come see mine and I'll definitely go see theirs.
Oh, they'll come see yours.
Well, and something to go back to what you said earlier, which is that like you find something that you're really good at and then you keep growing on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard when you're just auditioning all the time because you never really get feedback. You know, and you don't learn what an audience really likes or how they respond because you're not in front of an audience. You're in front of a table of two people who are hungry and have been there for 6 hours. They've already found the person they're looking for, but they're just being nice and seeing you anyway. And so it was so great to have this like weekly opportunity for my confidence to grow and build in a creative way and realize like what was receptive to the audience and what wasn't. And then I found like by the end I found a niche that I didn't really know I had, but I was just being myself.
Yeah.
And I always say that, like, be yourself, and you're like, okay, well, I'm trying.
Yeah.
But
then, I am.
But yeah, by the end of this, I was like, oh, that's what that men, and that's what that feels like.
Yeah.
And it just felt like I was doing what I wanted the way I wanted to do it.
Well, because you're very funny. And I think sometimes when you're a very pretty girl in particular, there's already the notion floating around in the comedian circle that women aren't funny. But then you add, like, pretty on top, and it's like, we're going to just totally go off of what is physically in front of me. And to see your sets week to week, I was like, oh, she's fucking hysterical.
Thanks.
Like, the way your brain works is so funny and so quippy and witty. And
Thanks.
I don't think that always has a chance to come through, like you say, in an audition room, because
No.
you're dependent on, like, I got this exact right piece, but I only get 16 bars to show them how funny I am.
And I have to convince them I'm not nuts, and
Right.
that they want to work with me.
That's
and
where
I'm
I fall
talented and
out.
reliable. Yeah, it's
Right.
like, there's so much pressure on
And
me
also, I gotta get my money
to
note in
this.
there, yeah. And there's a key change I got, yeah. So it was nice to get to know you in that regard and be like, oh, she's funny. She's very funny and very smart with her humor, and sings amazing on top of it.
Oh.
So let's go back to what was week 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was Jukebox Week, right?
Yeah, Jukebox Week, and so I sang Redneck Woman by Gretchen Wilson, country song, and my go-to karaoke song. Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Yeah.
She beat me to the punch. That is such a good one. People love that song.
It's just such a girl song, and
It is.
it's like, it feels along the lines of Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like, it's twin sister.
Yes.
And it's so fun if you know
Same
it.
coin, different sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one was really fun, and I wore my red cowgirl boots that my mama bought me. And
Shout out to Mama for the cowboy boots.
And that was great because I do that song at karaoke all the time, so I was like, yeah, it's ready to go.
I know this
Whatever.
one, yeah. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
And then week 3, what'd you do for week 3?
Week 3, this is where I got stupid. In a good Week 3 was Icons Week, and everyone was doing big pop songs, and I'm
Right.
not much of a pop singer. I can sing pop music, but like,
That's not
Like,
home base.
it's not home base. Like, I can whip out some Celine Dion, but it was already selected by other people, and I was like, well, that's kind of like my go-to icon thing.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Titanic.
Yes! Sorry, that is a dream role. Celine Dion, that is it. And I went in for it one time like 3 years ago, and nothing ever happened before it, but I'm like...
Do you know Tess Marshall?
I know of her, but I have never met her.
She is genuinely the sweetest human being ever in the whole entire world. Girl's girl.
Yeah.
I met her in line for an audition, and I had just moved to the city, and it was the first time she'd gone in for an audition in a zillion years. I didn't know at the time that she was in Titanic. I had not seen it yet, off-Broadway. And I was trying to crash. I was just in Pearl, and I was like, let me just catch as many auditions as I can that day. And so I saw one that was an agent one, and I reached out to my agents, and they're like, oh, I don't know if we can, we'll try, but I don't know if we can get in touch with them because it's the day of. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I said, I don't know if I should stay. And she was so sweet. She was like, you know what? You could stay, and when the monitor comes out, you could just ask, like, what does it hurt?
Yeah.
Like, shoot your shot.
And you're like, you're so right.
And I was like, okay. And so I sat there, and she just chatted me up for a little bit. She was so kind and so supportive and just a ball of light when I was very new to the city and, like, not really sure of how to maneuver things. An
'Cause you
angel.
moved recently, right?
Yeah, 2024.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you hold a similar energy to her, and she is the swing for Celine, and she off Broadway she was also ensemble, but
Oh my gosh, we have to connect me because I'm a love to you.
I mean,
Sounds
I
intense.
parasocially know her outside of that. But Tess Marshall, shout out to you, because you were a sweet angel and you calmed my nerves and you gave me a little bit of hope and support when I was uncertain in this city.
That's the best.
I'm glad that you're on Broadway. I love it when good
Well-deserved.
people win, because sometimes a lot of shitty people win. And I said what I said. And she's not one of those people, and it makes me happy. She's got a new album out. Check it out.
Oh, amazing. I'm gonna
Original
write that
music. Okay, anyway, Celine Dion. So you were like, I'm not really a pop diva.
down. Yes. So I was like, I'm not really a pop diva, and I couldn't. I went back and forth with Adam, and I was going to do a Kelly Clarkson song, but then, like, we only had a piano. We didn't have drums or a guitar, and so much of her song relies on that, like,
Yes. Yeah. I will say
And-
Pop Week or whatever, Icons Week, feels very tough because of that. It's a tough week.
Yeah, it's tough. And we were getting closer and closer to the date, and I was like, I need to pick something, and I want to do something I already know, because also, if I had 4 weeks worth of songs to prepare, so it was
Right.
about 5 full songs, and I was like, well, I don't want to learn 5 brand new songs to do for the first time in front of
Right.
people.
On top of
Um,
auditions and plotting ahead for your 10-minute set, which is 3 songs.
Yes.
So really, it's like 8 songs.
Yeah, and I work in
And
5.
auditions. Yeah.
I work in finance.
Oh!
Yeah.
She's a girl in finance. 5'6", hazel eyes, very nice.
Oh. You're so funny. That's so quick. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I really didn't have any time to practice outside of work. And so I sent Adam a list of like various songs, and one of them was Show Off from Velvet Chaperone, another dream role of mine, Janet Van de Graaff.
Get it.
I
Someday, she hella dances. By the way, I'm going to put her website up at the end, and if you don't go and check the links, I'll kill you. She's so good. It's actually not fair. I want to be the chaperone in Dressy Chaperone someday.
Let's do it together.
Let's do it together.
As we stumble along.
That is my favorite go-to comedy song.
It's so good.
I've been doing it since college because
I feel like not a lot of people do that either.
I love it.
I feel like people resort to like spam a lot.
Yeah, well, they kind of live in the same world, so yeah, I get why they would do that. But I like it. I know how old I am, and I know physically aging. I am in the pocket, but I don't quite look old yet.
Enough.
Old
Also,
enough.
can
Thanks,
I just say,
Botox.
aging is such a gift.
Yes.
It is such a gift. So many people do not get to experience aging in their life.
Yes.
What an amazing gift that we get to grow old and see life.
I love that.
I say that all the time. I love. We get to show our age. We get to have that experience.
Yes.
I should be grateful.
Yes. I agree. I do still get the Botox once a year.
Do your thing. So yes, I
Okay.
did Show Off.
Love.
And I thought, well, if I'm gonna do Show Off, because in the show she like
Does
Janet, yeah, she does a cartwheel. She like leaves the stage and comes back. She drinks water and has like her vocals playing at the same time. She has a ton of different props. So I was like, how do I do this in a cabaret setting that's fun and attentive for the audience, but doesn't make me like lose myself in the prop?
Yeah, in the business
of
of it all.
Yeah. And so I actually FaceTime my best friend Trevor. Hey Trevor.
Hey Trevor.
Also one of the funniest bitches I know. I went on Amazon and just ordered a bunch of stuff. I ordered a little bell to go ding ding. What, the triangle?
Yes,
Triangle.
yes.
I ordered a triangle. I ordered a bunch of silk scarves. I ordered a pink feather boa. I had like a tiara at one point. I had a robe. I just was like, I'm just gonna order a ton of stuff, and whenever I don't use, I'll return. But then I have things to play with.
Yeah.
And I just FaceTimed him one night, and we just workshopped through the whole thing, and just being like, okay, what can we do here, and also like what's gonna make you not feel like you're thinking about the props and not the performance, and I think we found a really fun mixture of both.
Yeah.
So I did Show Off, and I had the green robe.
I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the saucy Swiss Miss no more. Blow my signature no more. I don't want to show off.
Unbeknownst to the audience, I had silks tucked in all these pockets of my dress. So like as we got to like a dance break, I'd like pull one out of thin air, and then at one point I pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it was.
I love it.
And I basically just thought like, what is the stupidest thing I can think of? And I'm
Make
just
it
gonna
dumber.
do it. Yeah, I was like, what's dumb and fun and ridiculous? And I just did it. I did it all.
That's the most fun stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that is just, that's what audiences want to see, particularly in cabaret. They want to see you enjoying yourself.
Yeah, and that was kind of the advice Adam had given me at the beginning, is he was like, in this particular setting, doing really heavy songs doesn't always work with the audience.
Yeah.
Because it is a competition, and it's about like, you know, the entertainment value. So I took that and ran with it.
Yeah.
And I did ballads, but not till the end. And at the end of the song, I did reprise. The judges started giving me feedback, and then in the middle of it, I like ripped out a feather boa out of nowhere. And then Adam started playing, and I did this like 30-second clip, and then then I was like, okay, I'm done.
Tell us then, week 4, solo show. 3 songs, 10 minutes. Almost an impossible task.
Yes,
But you did it.
I did it. Well, and I only did 2 songs.
See, that...
I had like 10-15 minutes, and I was like, I'm not squealing. I'm gonna yap instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had 10 minutes, and again, going back to this theme of like, we don't want to learn a brand new song every time we have to sing in a cabaret. Especially like when you're in a cabaret, you're a little nervous too, and you're like, I'm not something that I like know I'm really good at. So I knew I wanted to sing Let It Go. I've been doing that role since I was 22. 8 years.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing though.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So I was like, if there's one song that I want to do, it's Let It Go, because I can black out and pass out and just sing line before doing it. If I forget my words, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Something will autopilot to the front of your brain and bring those words out.
Well, I want to do Let It Go, but I don't want to just sing the song. So I was like, I think I'm going to talk through what it was like to perform that number over and over and over again, and the anxieties that I experienced doing it, and everything that could have gone wrong. And so I added a lot of vamps and deconstructed the song, and it's so hard to explain without like actually doing it. So I started, and I was able to show pictures at this time, which was really cool. So I showed like how I couldn't breathe because they have the trick dress is all in your ribs, and then you pull it and then you can breathe, but that's not to the very end of the song, of course.
So you spend the whole song with the belting, having your ribs constricted?
Yeah, I would practice by putting belts around my ribs, literally, because you cannot breathe. And if you practice and you have all this airspace in your lungs and you get on stage and you can't actually do that, it doesn't translate as well.
This is insane. I feel like this is some alphabet shit. How they all have to practice like on the treadmill going, yes.
Yep.
But kudos to you for putting the work in and making your job easier in the end, but oh my God.
Again, anxiety.
Yeah.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
So I did everything I could to try and beat the anxiety, and now I feel like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started out the song talking about how you can't breathe while you're doing the whole number, and then at the beginning there's all this snow because she's on the mountainside and she's made everything like turn, to snow and ice at this point. And I started talking about how the snow is actually made of soap bubbles, and so if you breathe it in, it goes right into your vocal cords, and then you're like, then you're also singing like a really serious song, and so
that would be me every time.
And it happens every single time. You get really good at just like nose breathing, so you don't take like a big breath,
right?
And like, right. So
it's literally my nightmare.
No, I have had so many nightmares about it. Don't you worry.
You're gonna wake up in 50 years and be like, ah!
I don't have any pants on. Yeah. So I basically just started out like being like, you're trying not to breathe in soap, and then like the song would start, and then I did like, snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen, a kingdom of isolation, and then so I just started adding in these like little tiny jokes, and I was like, honestly every single week was like this. I was like, I hope when I get up there that whatever's in my head works, and I hope it's funny, and
that's
it just happened.
Story
and it
of
was.
My life.
Yeah. Like, I hope they laugh.
I'm like, I don't know if my brand of weird is gonna read right today,
but fingers crossed. Yeah. So I did the whole song explaining what it was like, and to do it on a moving boat. Until one point I was like singing and rocking.
Oh
back
my
and
God!
forth,
Because the ship lists, yeah.
And then I transitioned into talking about like going off of the ship and like coming back to New York, and how hard that adjustment period is. Like, you go from not having to feed yourself or pay for your housing or medicine or anything, to then like being thrust into New York City, which is trains and money and jobs and auditions, and you're trying to date at the same time and see all of your friends, and it just was like a really horrific balance for me. And of course I feel like I figured it out 8 years later.
Perfect.
And so I transitioned into talking about moving to New York and how I felt like I was really at the top of my game, and I was so ready to be here and be auditioning, and then just got humbled real quick. It was just really hard.
Yeah.
And then I sang They Just Keep Moving the Line from Smash.
It will never not be good. That song will never not be good.
It's so good. The build of it.
Yes.
And just
the
constant feeling of like,
I made it.
Yes, I did it.
I made it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just felt like it was the most appropriate song. But then I also felt like I was ending my entire time with Cabaret Superstar on like a downward note. But I was like, whatever. I don't want to sing a third song.
No.
I would just want to end it there. And so I did. And it worked out really well.
And that one is such a showstopper. Even though the sentiment of the song might be a little bit like, meh.
Yeah.
The actual tune and tone of the song is like ever reaching, it's got a big flashy finish. You can't.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that?
Yeah. And I also felt like doing because like every single week I was doing something kind of like stupid and dumb, which I really wanted to do. So it was nice to have a moment of like grounded honesty.
Do you think you're going to stick in that vein with your solo show now? Or now that you've had some time to reflect, do you think you want to switch it up a little bit?
I have been thinking a lot about this, and the title of my solo show, as it is right now, is Reagan's Guide to Tea, Tales, and Transatlantic Adventures. And I got a Bridgerton-esque dress and a teacup, and I have this really gorgeous tea kettle that's a gown, like a 1400s like gown. It's so stunning. And I have a photo shoot coming up, and I'm gonna like put it all together, and it's gonna be about the fact that I'm moving to London, and also having a bit of humor about it, and trying to like learn about the English way of life.
When are you moving? What is taking you there? Because you're a bit of a jet setter, and I know that kind of comes hand in hand with being on cruise ships. Sometimes when I was on contract, people are like, "Yeah, he's traveling." I'm like, "That's literally my job." But you do get to see a lot of the world. But now you've finally picked a spot to settle in.
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
what's happening there?
I'm in love.
Oh my god!
It's the best feeling ever. I know. Yes, so my boyfriend Ollie and I, hey Ollie, are going to move in together in
he's
London.
British?
He is British.
Great.
I have an agent in London, and I've already been flying back and forth and doing some auditions over there. And yeah, I think I've just been looking at where shows are starting, and so many of them are starting in London.
Yeah.
And I'm moving here. I'm going over there because I'm in love, and I want it's the best. And I want to keep pursuing performing. And I felt like in New York City, I just wasn't. I wasn't finding my niche. I wasn't standing out in ways I really wanted to stand out in, and I felt like I was giving up. And like now I work in an office 5 days a week, and I needed something different. So we're gonna try it.
Girl,
See how
do
it
it.
goes.
I flitted all around the world when I was younger. Like, would I be further along in my career now if I had come here sooner and sat my ass down? Maybe. Who's to say? I'll never know. But I've gotten to live in so many other countries. And
What cruise line did you work for?
I worked for Carnival Cruise Lines, the
Love it.
trailer park of the ocean.
That is not true.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I would never trade all of those moments for, like, here I am now. Like, you can always, New York ain't going anywhere.
You can always come back.
You can always come
That's
back.
what everyone always says.
Who
I'm
fucking
like,
cares?
well, especially now that my boyfriend is a pilot, if I want to come back, I can just
come back. Yes.
Even if I'm homesick, I can just get on a plane.
That
I don't have to pay
there.
$1 billion for it, which is amazing.
Girl.
So that being said, my solo show is going to be postponed until March of next year.
Oh, because you got to get settled and then come back.
Well, I have a contract, cannot be announced at this moment.
You can say it and we're going to bleep it, and all you guys are going to be so jealous because I'm going to know and you won't.
Then I'll come back to the city for the month of March. I will do my solo show, and then I will move as soon as it's done.
Yes! I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
so excited for you. You're
It
going to
feels
have
so
a fucking
right.
blast. It does. It sounds right.
Yeah.
You sound very at peace about it as you talk about it.
Oh, I had a lot of anxiety this last week.
Okay.
And I went off my antidepressants last week. It was like
Party.
1 week from hell. Where I was like, this is a great time to go off my sertraline. And then all of a sudden, like, this happened. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do?
You have an agent over in the UK. Do you have an agent here?
Yes, I don't have an agent here. When it was basically like a year ago.
That is crazy. Agencies?
I haven't
Listen up.
really put myself out there either.
Because you've been on the move.
Yeah, because once I decided to move to London, I was like, well, I don't really want to get an agent and then be like, by the way, I'm fucking off to another country as soon as humanly possible. And so I didn't put myself out there. And looking back, I regret it. I probably should have applied to more agencies, but it just wasn't right at the time. I wanted to like quit for a second, and then I didn't, and I needed some time to figure out my life and what I wanted and how to communicate that instead of just throwing
so
shit
glad you
along
didn't.
seeing what stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, open to it now, but just haven't really been actively pursuing it. But yes, I have an agent in London. Her name is Sarah at Goldman's Management. Hey Sarah, she's the best queen bee ever.
Love that.
Ever. She's so responsive. Yeah, and I'm excited to continue developing that relationship, and especially now that I'm older and I know myself, I know how to ask for what I want. I know how to say no to the things that that I don't want, which is,
It's huge to know how to feel confident enough to advocate for yourself and to know what your boundaries are and when you need to assert them or renegotiate them in a way that's respectful to you and the other party.
Yeah, because you just feel so excited to have an agent out of college that you're like, yeah, sure, send me that audition. Like,
I'll do anything.
Okay, so I don't think I'm really great for that role, but I'll try it. And yeah, my agents the ones I was with used to be like, well, I think if you're not right for the role, just go for it anyway, and then they'll tell you whether you're right for it or not. You can let the casting team decide. And to this day, I'm like,
yeah.
I just didn't have enough agency to be like, I don't agree with you.
Right.
And now I do as a 30-year-old woman who has it figured out years later.
Right.
But, it just takes a lot of time to know yourself and know what you want in life, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they were wonderful when I did have them, It was more I couldn't communicate because I didn't really know what I wanted.
Right.
That was my own thing. And now I do know what I want. I'm excited to go chase it.
Oh my God, I love that. So what brought you back from the brink? You said you almost quit and then you decided not to?
Yeah, so I took an office job because I had to. I had a week to get a job and I had to pay my bills.
Yeah.
And I started working with a recruiter and landed in this office job. And then, a week later, lost my agents and then felt like, and then I was dating Ollie at the time, still am, obviously. And I was like, well, maybe I'll move to London, but I'm not really sure. But like, why am I in New York? What do I want? And what's my timeline? And I was like, maybe this is the universe and I need to just transition out of it and I need to take a step back and work in an office or go back to school. And I'm just going to let myself do that. And then it wasn't very long into it that I was like, I'm really unhappy.
Mm. Yeah.
And I didn't realize I couldn't live without art until I was living without art.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because I feel like every artist hits that point at some point.
Yeah.
Like I stepped away for like 10-ish years.
Yeah,
and
now you're here.
I just did other stuff. And then I was realizing like, yeah, I have a lot of money and I have a lot of accolades, but there's a piece of me that, for what? There's a piece of me that's really, really miserable.
Yeah.
And
because you're working for other people doing a job you don't want to do. And it's like, yeah, it gave me the money to be able to like buy the clothes I want to wear, but not fill my soul.
no. Yeah.
And you have to come to that realization on your own.
Absolutely.
And yeah. So I'm sorry you had that experience too.
No.
But I also feel like it makes you a better artist and a better human.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to butt up against that.
Yeah.
The lows are always to appreciate the highs and to get really clear on what you want out of life and out of your career. Instead of just aimlessly, kind of like your agent's like, throw your spaghetti at the wall. Like, no, I'm going to throw 4 strands of spaghetti at a very specific wall.
Yes.
But
it's also hard to believe in yourself and be like, I deserve that. I deserve this strand of spaghetti to stick on that wall.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to understand that about yourself.
Absolutely.
And have the agency to ask for it and demand it.
Yes. And sometimes, too, a big one for me that I've had to kind of settle in is as I get older, I'm a very specific type, and knowing that when that type comes along, I'm a dead ringer for it, but that may not come along as often as somebody else's type does. So it's a gift and a curse. Yeah, it's being very comfortable knowing that you're still talented just because you're not getting cast in these other things, and that you still deserve to be in the game, and that your time will come and your time is right when your time is right. And until then, do things that creatively fulfill you, do things that make you feel alive and happy and that nurture the bigger dream at hand. So
yeah. And honestly, I felt like doing Cabaret Superstar was one of those things where I was like, again, just putting myself back out there again and reaching out, and then this landed in my lap and I said, why the hell not? I'll go do it. And it just like it woke up my spirit in a way that I needed so deeply. And I know it was just a cabaret competition, which like at the time I was like, sure, sounds silly, sounds fun. Yeah. And then doing it, it was life-changing for me.
Yeah.
It was.
I am so glad to hear you say that because it was transformative for me as well. And I think it's just a great way to recalibrate your sense of yourself within this industry, which is
doing it your own way.
Yes. Yeah. And kind of, I used to have a mentor, Simeon. He's passed on now, but I loved him, Simeon Den. And he used to always say, get out of your own way, kid. And doing Cabaret Superstar allowed me to kind of take the training wheels off of myself and give myself permission to do something that I hadn't really done before, and in a way that I'd never imagined I could do it. And it was very liberating in a lot of ways. Yeah. Creatively quite liberating. Yeah.
It's so cool, and to do it week after week is just
the practice too of doing it week after week.
Yeah, because the first week I was so nervous, and then as it went on, I was like, I got this. I know what to expect.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, what it looks like, what it sounds like.
And when you're not actively in a show, it can be easy to ease up on yourself and forget to be in regular practice of your craft. And knowing that my ass was on the line, one thing about me, I do not like to do less than what I think. Like I'm a bit of a perfectionist, which is a blessing and a curse. But knowing that, like, if I fail next week because I didn't do my due diligence with my choice of song and my rehearsal of said song and my execution of said song, like, I will not recover. No, that it's me on the line. It's nobody's fault but mine. I can't blame a director. I can't blame the choreographer. I can't blame I would never blame the accompanist out of Magnaca. But you can't shift the blame. And I think sometimes as a performer, we want to not always be responsible when things aren't really good, and when we know like we're the reason for that. So it removes all that, and it makes you very, very dedicated to the work that you're putting up there. Yeah. But you've had so many cool roles that all have such amazing costumes. What was your favorite costume? I have one of the photos that I have seen, but I'm also,
it's probably the same.
I'm so extra. Should we say it at the same time?
Yeah. It was the
blue show?
Yes, the blue. Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
I did a production of Singing in the Rain at Main State Music Theater in 2018 and played
Zelda
Zanders, yes. I had this like blue sparkly bra and
insert picture here.
This little like my waist was out, and then I had this like blue thing on my waist, and then this massive blue feather like backpack kind of I wore that like you like latch onto, and it was so heavy. Everyone else got to come up the stairs and walk down their outfits and then like go and turn and dance to the side, but mine was so intense I could only go up the stairs and like stand. There's nothing else.
If you could create a role, what would you say you'd want that character to be like?
Oh gosh.
Like if you were creating an ideal, I get to build it from the ground up, what would your character be?
Oh, that's so interesting. I mean, you always think about your own experiences in life.
Yeah.
Whenever you do this.
Yeah.
And I think like something that was so impactful to me growing up was being a country girl and not really understanding how the world works until I got thrust into being in New York, and then I realized like, oh, I thought I knew what people having money was. I didn't know.
Right.
And so I think you probably have to do like some kind of thoroughly modern Millie, like you get off the bus, you have 2 tickets in a bag, and
$3, 2 bags, 1 me.
I would probably do it in a style similar to like Mel Brooks, but then by the end had like really deep meaning and heartfelt message. But it'd probably be like a country girl that felt really out of her ropes and then learned her lesson.
So a la Mel Brooks, who would do the music? What kind of?
Like Janine Tesori.
Janine, I'm gonna tag you. This house supports female bad bitches leading shit.
Yeah. I've met her once. She won't remember this, but I did the TYA premiere of Shrek in Kansas City when I was like 13. They flew out to see our production. It was at a children's theater, but it was an equity children's theater, and that's the point of the Coterie Theater is to take a full-scale musical, and they're the ones that rewrite it and reshape it to an hour long so that it can exist in the theater for young audiences world. And that's the production that now whenever everyone else does it, like I was the team that helped create that show. So I got to meet her at that point, but I was so young.
Sure, yeah, you're like, I'm not clocking that shit. I'm just like, I played Anna. Let's do a little, if you're game, a little smash or pass.
Done.
Yes. As per the usual, we do boys and girls here because we don't care. It's not a big deal. Don't get your little panties in a bunch.
We're inclusive in this space.
That is absolutely right. Okay, I want you to pick between these 3.
Okay.
You only can smash one. Elsa, Cruella, Poppins.
Oh God.
I know who I would pick. That's who I would pick.
She's gonna be the most fun and unhinged.
That part.
Elsa's gonna be timid, and Mary Poppins is not gonna be fun.
Right. Not
So,
at all.
I'm talking about in bed specifically.
Not at all. Okay, so
Wait, should I go
revisiting-
next? Smash or pass? I want to list 3.
To me?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I think we have to do Star Wars ones.
I'm in.
Okay. Okay, let me think. Darth Vader,
Mm.
Han Solo,
Mm-hmm.
or Rey.
Ooh. Okay. So Darth Vader as he is like full blown Darth or pre Darth. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no,
Full blown Darth. I love a problematic man.
I can fix him.
I can fix him. Yeah, I
I
love
can do
you.
it.
I know. Yeah, it's Han Solo.
Yeah.
It's Han Solo.
It's Han Solo. It always is.
You guys.
And the fact that like he improvised that line.
I
in
know.
that take, it wasn't even written. He was like, I know what it is. And we're like,
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed. Yeah, that'd be it for me.
mm-hmm.
But my second one would be Rey. If I
Yeah.
had to choose a runner up.
Because she's like lover girl too. She's gonna be like so loyal
Yes.
and fun.
Yeah. And she will tell people that I ordered French fries and not potatoes. Yeah. This is a kind of funny one.
Okay, let's do it.
Kristoff,
Okay.
Hans, or a twofer, Oaken and hubby. Oaken runs the spa.
I know.
I know you know, but the children at home.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Oaken.
Yeah.
Man's got like 7 kids at home. I know he's fun.
There you go.
I know.
There you go.
I don't need to be told.
There you go. Where do you think you have those kids from? Surrogate. Okay. You've seen Death Becomes Her?
Yes.
Thank God. Do you
Thank
know-
God, it's so good.
I asked this.
Get off his
Yes.
chest. Yeah,
Yes.
so
Would you smash or pass? Helen. Madeline pre-serum or pre-elixir.
good. No, sorry, pass.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
post-elixir is
I need her a little
full-blown
unhinged.
smash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you believe we've done everything?
On the list?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's really cool. It's been such a fun time.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's get to the important stuff because the rest of this was bullshit. What are you doing next besides moving to England and doing your solo show in March?
Yes, so next
If it's top secret, you let me know and we'll bleep it.
Yes, it's top secret for now.
How are you doing on your picture?
I'm
Oh,
kinda
it's
done.
so cute. Okay, but you just have to sign our things.
Okay. Do
Okay.
we show the camera now?
We do. Okay, so we hide it so that it's a big reveal. Okay. On 3. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, it's so cute. She did a cruise ship.
I had to.
I
It was perfect.
Oh.
My coloring skills are that great, but I was
No,
like,
this is
whatever.
amazing. I love that you did the darker on the waves. I like to
An
do
outline
darker
of-
on the yeah.
Look at your shading.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody. This was a blasty blast. Reagan, thank you for coming on and sharing with us. I'm going to pop your Instagram down below. And she's got a website. You can go see all the things that she does. You can even probably check back there for the secret announcement as soon as contracts are signed and she can announce that. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun.
I will have you back anytime because you're a blasty blast. Tune in next week, everybody. Do I have any idea who's going to be on this show? No, I do not. Are we going to do it anyway and have a good time? Yes, we are. Okay, bye.
Bye.